Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a video about my hair. I've had this hair since June, and since then I've had so many people asking me about it, asking me where I got it from, asking me how I like it. The ones that were there when I purchased it are asking, like, was it worth it? So I decided that it is finally time to make a video on it. I didn't want to do a video right away because I just wanted to get a feel for the hair, because new hair always works well. Whether it's like shitty hair, it's always gonna look good, it's always gonna work well when you first get it. So I just wanted to give myself some time to really get to know the hair, work with it, see how it ends, and give it a couple months to like kind of do what it does. So now that it's been 5 months, I feel like I grasped everything and I can give you a really good review on the hair, the company, and the whole thing. Now, first I want to stay off is I bought this damn wig with my own goddamn money. I saved up for it and I purchased it. It was big. It was a big purchase. And that is why I wanted to make sure I had a good review for you guys before I did anything or any video about it, because it is very expensive, and I don't want to tell y'all good stuff and then later on I regret telling y'all what I told y'all. You know what I mean? The place that I got my wig from is, this box is white and it's blending in with my background, so let's see. Yes. The Virgin Hair Fantasy. If you are very familiar with YouTube and all these beauty gurus and all this hair that they be rocking, you've probably heard of the Virgin Hair Fantasies. Like, they've been around for a minute, and they were popular, really popular when they first came out, and they still are. Like, to this day they're still popular, which was another reason why I wanted to try it, because I was just like, a hair company that can last that long, maybe they're not doing any tricks, maybe they're giving, good quality products, so why else would they last this long? Because a lot of hair companies that I've seen in the past are not around anymore. Like, you don't even hear people talking about them anymore, so it's just like... So I want to talk about the purchasing process. I went on the website. The website is very easy to navigate, very easy to make your order. It wasn't really difficult. There was a couple questions that they asked, and I believe they explain everything. So, that's how you can do it. There's like 3 ways you can order your peruca. You have the ready to ship. Those are the ones that are made already, and there's no making of the wig. They're just gonna put it in a box and ship it out to you. Then you have the second way, which is what I did. You have some like standard wigs where it'll be like, okay, the peruca livre, this is what I have. I have a peruca livre, and then it said 28 inches. And then, that's what I did. I just put in my cap size, the color of the cap that I wanted, the color of the lace, and then they would just make it from the standard, standard way. So that was like a fixed wig that I bought. It wasn't ready to ship because it had to get made, but it was just fixed, meaning there was no like change in the style, there's no change in the length of the wig. Everything was just basically as is. Then you have the third way you can order on the on their website, is basically a complete custom. You'll basically pick out the lace that you want, the length of the wig, and all of the details, like all the minor details. You'll be the one picking it because you're custom creating your wig for you. So I just wanted to do it the fast way, where it was just like, okay, I know I wanted something long. I know, let me get this 28 inch. So I was like, let me do this and let me move on and just be done, So all of that like figuring out whether I want a silk base or a lace frontal or a lace closure. Like, I just didn't want to do all of that. I just wanted it to be as simple as possible. I mean, not as simple as possible, because the ready to ship ones, they didn't have anything in the length that I preferred, so I just didn't get the ready to ship. But if I, if they would have had it in the 28 inches, I would have gotten it. So on the website, it says all wigs that are being made takes about 6 to 8 weeks to get to you, which I had an issue with because it took a little bit longer than 8 weeks. It took an actual 10 weeks. And, I was, pressed for time. I was trying to go out with my friend, and I wanted to make sure I had my hair. So, I called them and asked them about the wig, and they were just like, oh, it's not ready yet. So, it did come in time, but it did take an extra 2 weeks to get to me. So that I just didn't like, because my thing is, if you say 6 to 8 weeks on the website, I expect it in 6 to 8 weeks. And then when I was calling to do a checkup on it, it was like 4 or 6 weeks in, and they haven't even started it. So I was just like, no wonder it took you guys a little longer to send it to me, because you guys didn't even start it. Y'all was already offering me another wig that was ready to ship, but it was shorter length, and I'm just like, why would I switch out a wig for something that was shorter length and still have the same price? Like, you're nuts. I was a little disappointed because, number one, like, if I pay damn near $2,000, it was like the wig was like, I think it was 19 something, and then I used Miss Rosh Posh's code, so I got an extra like 300 off, so the price of it was like about $1,600. So my thing is, if I'm paying about $1,600 for a freaking hair, like, I need updates, so the whole time it was always me calling them to contact them and asking how far along they were. I mean, I just felt as a company that is pricing so much and is taking so long to ship out these hairs, they should have at least have a system where they're keeping up to date with their customers, because we're customers and we pay all this money, and now we're sitting in silence waiting for our wigs. So that is one thing I would just say that they would have to, I would feel like they would need to like change, like give me some updates, like, hey, we just started your wig, and hey, we're halfway through your wig, and just a cute few months, like, you get what I'm saying, just to keep the customer like at ease, like, okay, they didn't forget about my units, so that's something that I would suggest, because I mean, I was just very like, okay, nobody called me, nobody's telling me nothing, like, what's going on? Like, I don't like feeling like that, especially after I've splurged so much. Continuing on their customer service, like, I just feel like that it should improve. And then one thing I didn't really like was, I kind of felt like I was being bullshitted a couple of times when I was calling. I remember when I called them at 6 weeks, I'm like, oh yeah, is it gonna be ready in the next 2 weeks, because I have somewhere that I want to wear my new hair to, and I just wanted to make sure that it was gonna be here in the 8 weeks that you guys said, and then they were just like, well, it hasn't been 8. And it was like, oh, it hasn't even been 6 weeks, and I'm just like, you do know I ordered my thing in March. I ordered my wig, I want to say March 13th, and I got it in June 10th. Come on now. That is more than 6 to 8 weeks. And I remember them saying like, oh, that's not really 6 to 8 weeks, and they were just like kind of bullshitting me a little bit. So I just feel like they need to just be a little bit more honest. If you guys are taking a little longer on my wig, just say like, listen, we haven't started on it when we planned, and we'll try to get it sped up as soon as possible. Be more honest. Like, bullshitting your customers, especially bullshitting your customers, especially when they're spending out so much money. I just don't think it's very respectable. So this is a Brazilian texture. I did get a 28 inch and I am 5'9", so this wig literally goes past my butt crack. Like, it is like literally past my butt crack. It's like in the middle of the crack of my head. And I have a very long torso, long legs, long torso, so it is very long. So keep that in mind. If you are a little bit shorter than me, probably if you're going for that look, then get a 28 inch. If you're not, then I would suggest getting something a little bit shorter. But I would say that their lengths are true to what they say it is. So if they say you're getting a 28 inch, you're going to get a 28 inch. And I just love the length on it. It's amazing. I remember when I first got it, the hair was a little bit more full, but because I've gotten so much shedding, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much shedding I get with this hair. Like 1600 what? And you shedding? Like, this hair should be damn near perfect, okay? It should be honestly perfect. And you see already, it's like I brushed this hair before I started the video, and it's already tangled. So, but I will say, like, when my hair is done, right now I have it in its natural state. It is freshly washed. I washed it yesterday morning, so it's in a natural state. I did put a little leave-in conditioner in it because it does dry out, and it's very dull. Like the luster, it has no luster. So I do have to add a leave-in conditioner and a dry oil because it just does not have any luster without any product, which is very disappointing. The lace that I have is a regular lace. It goes from the ear to this ear, and then it goes about this much back, so you get enough lace for parting. It's not a full part, so the back is just like literally just tracks, and you can see the tracks being sewn onto the cap. I would say it has 2 combs here, 2 combs in the front. It has about, I want to say 6 combs in the back, as well as a elastic band, so it's very sturdy. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can go and take your ass on a roller coaster and don't have to worry about your wig flying off. So I'm just saying, it's secure. So they did a good job with that. The hair is still soft and it moves when I move, so still very flowy. I just don't like the shedding, the tangling. I just feel like I could have gotten a little bit better of a quality weave than that. So, and then when I got it, it came in a regular box, and inside of the box was this box. It says Virgin Hair Fantasies, and I believe, yeah, the card came out. It says Virgin Hair Fantasies with yeah, this is a 13x4 frontal. So yeah, yeah, so it has that information, and inside it did have a satin bag, and it's a nice sturdy box, which I like. And inside was a satin bag, which right now is in my closet, and my closet is behind my background, and I'm not going in my closet to go get it. I straightened it, and I mean I bone straight in the hair. Like, it straightens well, it curls nicely, but I noticed there was one spot, and I don't know what happened, but let's just say, and I I could go finding the spot right now, but it would take me a while to find it. But it was like this short. Like, it was a spot. Just like just this short. And it was just like, why? Another issue I had, which they refunded me for it because it was their fault. And I just was just like, what? And it's funny because I found out this issue first. I found out the issue. There was a hole in my wig. There was a hole in my lace where my middle part was. And they had tried to go back and cover their tracks. They tried to cover their tracks by taking a clear wire, plastic wire, and just sewing up that hole. And I didn't notice it until I washed the hair, and I was just like, wait, what is this like plasticky thing right there? And then when I examined it, I had realized there was a hole that they tried to cover up. And I know I sound like I'm being very critical, but I just want to be really honest. And I just feel like if they were sending out a wig to one of these like huge vloggers, those wigs would be perfect, you know. So you get so many good reviews, but then it's just like you get your own, and it's just like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. But the lace literally came from this part of my ear to this part of my ear. So any style that I wanted to do where I wanted to put my hair back, I wasn't able to do it. Now, I know recently I just did a video, my last video actually, where my hair was half up, half down. That was the day that I was just like, you know what, let me just correct it myself. And I measured it, cut off the extra lace where I needed it. So now the lace literally goes from one ear to the other ear instead of one earlobe to the other earlobe. So I had to like fix it up. Also, the baby hairs weren't enough. If you see, I'm gonna put some pictures in. The baby hairs weren't enough to cover up the lace. So whenever I wore my wig out, you can tell that I was wearing a wig. Like, and I don't like that. So they said they wanted me to send it back to them and have them fix it. And I'm just like, I was like, well, yeah, how long is it going to take? They said it wasn't going to take no longer than a week. But with their track record and telling me 6 to 8 weeks and me waiting 10 weeks, and then finally I'm getting my wig and now I got to send it back. Like, it was just way too much. So I never actually sent it back. But they did refund me for the hole in the wig. And they did offer to kind of like, I guess they were going to melt it so that the lace were like together again. I don't know. They were going to restore it some other way that, you know, it was still going to have a fucking hole in it. It's just that they were going to like melt the wires so that the wires weren't noticeable. And just like, it's still not the point. The point is that y'all charged me $1,600 for a wig, and then now my $1,600 wig came to me with a hole in it that you guys try to cover up. So yeah, so I was just really annoyed about that, and I just never sent it in. I did get my money. They refunded me like about $300, so I was happy about that. Last but not least, all of my friends, they all asked me, do I see myself repurchasing from them? And I would say like, no, I wouldn't. I just don't think the hair quality matches to the price, because it was just way too many flaws. The shedding, the tangling, the hole in the lace, like. And then the thing about it is, when I was talking to them about the hole in the lace, they gave me like 2 options, and it's like one option wasn't even an option, because like soon as they realized that that was the option I was gonna go with, they were just like, oh no, well, you know what, instead we'll just refund you, you know, like we'll refund you some money. Like, because I was given the option of whether I was going to get a refund or whether I was going to get a new wig made and sent out to me. I would definitely not be repurchasing from the Virgin Hair Fantasies. Do I recommend it for other people? I mean, if that's what you are set on buying, then do you. I just feel like sometimes you need to learn on your own, but I wouldn't recommend purchasing from them. So that is the end of my video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to me already, make sure you tap that subscribe button before you leave here. I have a lot more videos coming towards to you guys very soon. I do have a haul coming up after this video, and then after the haul I think I'm going to start doing some holiday makeup looks. Well, I'm going to start doing some birthday and holiday makeup looks because my birthday is coming up. I was born on November 17th, so I will have a couple looks, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3. We'll see how many I can get in because I do have a lot of days off this month. You know, it's the month of turkey. You know, the month of turkey, so we tend to get a lot of days off in November and December. So I will try to put out a little bit more videos for you guys. So definitely hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.